When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, May 16th. And I don't know if you guys heard, the polar vortex isn't going back over the North Pole. It's going to stay lingering over Northern Europe and Eastern United States, which is going to make it quite cold here in May.
I don't know. It's pretty warm right now.
It's coming. The cold front's coming.
Is it? Hopefully it throws all the rain out of here. We were supposed to have bad storms again last night. I think it moved to the north, so luckily no more tree damage.
We're going to have it at 3 o'clock today, man.
3 o'clock?
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
Well, looks like I'll be done golfing by then, so we'll be all good.
Well, fellas, great start to the show. Weather's crazy. Interest rates are crazy. Mortgage world is crazy. Heck, the world is crazy. So we're just trying to stay on par with everyone else here. But on a Friday, talking interest rates, because we'll get into it real quick. Guys, we've had a real bad day this week. We had a real good day this week. It is imperative for buyers to understand when you get an offer accepted or you're shopping around, you can't be lackadaisical. This is a minute by minute item. If you wait an hour, your rate may be gone. So we need you to work with us. We need you to understand it's a bit of a crazy market and we want to get you the best rate possible. But also, you're the boss. You're the client. We need your approval to lock these rates in. So work with us. Make sure you're available because we don't want you to lose out on any rates.
100%. It's very fluid. I mean, this market's up, down. I mean, if not everybody follows the treasuries and the yield spreads, but I'm sure you follow the Dow, and that's been going hectic. So we kind of go off of the main market, and they all play into each other.
Yeah. So it's a case by case, day by day. Now, rates are not jumping from 6% to 7% in one day. Generally, you're seeing an 8% or on a really big moving day, 0.25%. But hey, 0.25%, and for the whole life of the loan, that could be a big deal just for waiting one day to lock in that rate.
Yeah, I mean, 0.25% saving interest. So, I mean, you look at that over a 30-year time frame, even if the client kept it for 15, 20 years and not 30, it's still a good chunk of change that they're going to save over that time. But, you know, making sure the loan officer somebody is working with is very important because, you know, they need to explain that to the client as well as provide them options that are going to actually make that home more affordable now and later. So I think it's very important.
And that leads right into our main topic of the day of why picking the right loan officer can save you big. Now, it's not even the same lending institution. Of course, we all work the same on the screen. Anthony has kind of led the way and trained the rest of us. And so we all work very similar, but there are some loan officers out there, some lenders out there, they don't care about you, the buyer. They're trying to make as much money off of you as possible. And if you sit there and let them, they will. Plain and simple. And literally, lender to lender could save you thousands on costs. And then getting in the right mortgage program could even save you thousands on costs. That's why it's important. That's why it's important to understand, guys, sometimes if you're a loan officer and you're just doing all conventional loans.
Oh, Starbucks delivery.
Look at that. Not everyone is a conventional buyer. You may get qualified for a conventional loan. You can close on a conventional loan, but it may not be the best loan program for you. And just because we have lazy real estate agents who don't want to accept any other loan program, that's not a reason for why you should not have the best financial situation possible.
Yeah, that's our job as finance people, is to get you into the best financing possible. We're looking to save you money. We're looking to get you the best rate. We're looking to get you the best program and put you into the best down payment of that program. So you have to work with us, and not all, like you said, not all loan officers are created equal. Even at the same lender, you'll notice that loan officers aren't the same. So it's important that you work with somebody that knows all the programs to make sure they can get as many buyers as you have pre-approved as possible.
And Anth, there's layers to programs, right? There's a base conventional loan. There's a loan program called a Home Ready or Home Possible that you can get into and get a lower rate just because of your income level. But those are things that no one other than a licensed loan officer is going to know and is going to be able to get you in those programs. And if you qualify for a specific program and your loan officer does not put you in that mortgage program, there is no mythical creature out there that's going to come and say, actually, this is a better program for you. That's why you need to work with a good loan officer. That's why you need to understand that an FHA loan could be better than a conventional loan for you in certain cases. Maybe you can get into a USDA loan because you're buying rural housing, or maybe you're a veteran and you want to go VA. There's a ton of options, not even mentioning first-time home buyer, closing cost assistance. I mean, we could go on forever talking about the different mortgage programs, and conventional is not always the best one.
No, it's definitely not. I mean, every situation is going to be different. Every client's needs are different. So we try to build their program around their needs as well as what's affordable for them. You know, getting the rate, it's going to be different on each program, each buyer, credit score, down payment program, et cetera. But I also think clients need to understand that they need to get an estimate from their lender. You know, so many times lenders are not providing estimates until they get an accepted offer, which is, you know, lowering their ability to actually be able to shop for a mortgage because you don't know what you're shopping for. But looking at the interest rate, that estimate's going to show you if that lender is charging you discount points to buy that rate down without actually reviewing that with you, which is very important because that's raising your cost. We can show you a 5.5% interest rate, but we're not going to, you know, there's cost to that. You're going to have buy down costs that you're going to pay to get that rate. Some lenders will not be as transparent and just show you that rate without telling you the cost until you get your estimate. It's very important that somebody gets an estimate. And every one of us on the screen here provides an estimate with every pre-approval.
Yeah, and it's crazy sometimes, even when you hear on the real estate side where realtors will just say, oh, just go get a pre-approval. Just go get a mortgage. Hello. A mortgage isn't just a blanket item. It's a commodity. That means it's going to be different costs. There's different programs. There's different types of mortgages. There's different interest rates. There's different cost of those rates. It's why it's imperative that you understand. I mean, Anthony, I know you were just bed shopping, right? I don't think you're just going to go out and buy a bed at the first cost you see and not ask any questions, not ask anything about the bed. Is it hard? Is it soft? Does it have any special things? You're just going to walk out to the first person you see and buy the first bed you see. No one does that. And you shouldn't do that for your mortgage. You should understand what you're getting. And if you do that for your mortgage, there's a chance you're getting ripped off because that person might be able to make more money off of you if you don't ask the right questions.
Yeah, sometimes there's too many, what is the saying? There's too many cooks in the kitchen. You know, everybody wants to be the mortgage advisor and provide financial advice and tell a client what's best options for them. A lot of them don't have all the facts and all the info to be able to do so, you know, but there's a lot of people that, you know, get involved in the process, and, you know, the clients need to shop around and get options. You know, if a lender's not showing you options, they're the wrong lender. If they're not giving you an estimate, they're the wrong lender. You know, like I don't understand how people can know what they're buying if they don't know what they're paying for the cost to get that. I don't understand, but, you know, you have to get an estimate of cost from the lender. If you're not getting one, call one of us on the screen. We'll give you an estimate and we'll actually give you options in detailed transparency. So
yeah, I could say for all three of us that we operate in good faith, and we're going to try to give you that best deal possible. I mean, I know I work with other lenders. They'll give an estimate out. They'll wait to see the other estimate and then cut their costs. They wait to see there's something else. They're charging those costs unless they see that there's somebody else in play. And then they'll try to cut their costs, which shows you that they're not giving you the best price off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not trying to cut costs because we give the best options possible. And we also need to get paid. Frankly, I'm not the lowest, cheapest loan officer out there. If you want the cheapest, you're going to get the cheapest. You're going to pay for what you get for. I'm sure real estate agents out there, you're not the cheapest. I don't see anyone advertising in real estate, practically anyone. I'm the cheapest out there. I charge nothing. So, and usually if you do that, that's called a discount so-and-so. And that's looked at as negatively. So no, I ain't the cheapest. I don't want to be the cheapest because I'm definitely valuable to the client and making sure they get in the right mortgage program. Listen, I completely understand. Looking at people, we want everyone to have $100,000 in the bank and an 800 credit score. But there's also right of financial privacy. When a buyer doesn't have that, right? Maybe they have a lower credit score. They don't have all the funds in the bank. It is our job to get them in the right mortgage program. I can't go out there and tell you as a real estate agent all that information. That buyer has the right to financial privacy. So sometimes when we say, hey, an FHA loan is best, we can't say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't always give all the details. We just are telling you financially that's the best.
Yeah, and you got to trust us. I mean, we know what's best for those clients. We look at it every day. We know how to do the loan programs. This is our job. I mean, it is what we do every day.
Absolutely true. So if you have any questions, call us. We are here to give good, valuable, fair information to buyers out there looking to get out.
Absolutely. Have a good Friday, boys.
See you guys.
See ya.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony